So the Yankees win another one. Trying to get myself to a better spot here that you can actually see me. Sun glare everywhere. It's a little bit better. All right. So the Yankees win the series. They beat the Blue Jays 2-1. They win 8-3. And again, some of the bats coming alive. Volpe's still doing his thing. Giancarlo Stanton, another one, goes deep with a big time grand slam. He went from 0-2 in that count, which was a very bad count for him, turned it into a grand slam, which is unbelievable. Unbelievable. So well done, Yankees. Really well done, Yankees. Now we have the Marlins coming in. And again, I think that they beat them at the right time. They kept the heating up Blue Jays bats at bay, which is good. And it's a good sign for the Yankees. But now they have the Marlins coming in, the Miami Marlins, who are just as feisty, coming off, a really, really bad start to the season. They're gonna have a chip on their shoulder. They're gonna try to play the Yankees pretty hard too. So we'll see what happens there. But now I'm watching the women's NCAA championship game here, Iowa versus South Carolina. So, and Iowa is slowly coming back from a deficit. It's 76-70. It was 76-62 2 minutes ago. So, good game. During the fourth quarter, got about 6 minutes to go. So, this is it. This is for the marbles. This is for the marbles. And then the men's game tomorrow, I think it's UConn versus Purdue for the championship. So, good game. But the Yankees are 8-2 gang. 8-2. And for those that haven't heard, we had good news on Garrett Cole today. He's going to play catch this week. So he's been feeling good. He's going to throw the ball this week, and he's been doing a lot of plyometric rehab and keeping his arm healthy in the meantime while letting it rest and rehab. So that's a good sign. That's a good sign. Now, with all the pitchers that have been going down recently, starting pitchers especially, we could always use some encouraging news. And the fact is, guys like, and I understand the frustration of fans with Clark Schmidt not going longer and Luis Hill not going longer, and how convenient it could be to blame Boone for taking him out of position to get a win. But, Luis Hill's coming off Tommy John surgery. It's still early in the season. And as the season progresses, guys will start going longer into games. So it's just something to keep in mind. So let's be patient with that, please. But shout out to everybody here. Jack, Robert, Consiglietti in the house. Stephen B., Alex, Sean Browning. What's happening? NF Fever, he is a strike zone. There he is. I mean, man. Again, yeah. See, this is a less stressful win than yesterday. Even though the Yankees use more pitchers than I'd like. But, we'll see. Hopefully they'll keep the Marlins at bay. I really, really hope they're going to keep the Marlins at bay. So, I do expect the Yankees to probably make a pitching move in the probably the next day or two. The next day, I think. But we'll see. The NFE's in the house. All things Yankees. But yeah, 8-2, baby. We're 8-2. So I mean, it feels good. It's so much better than being 2-8. And like I said last night too, the Yankees have one of the toughest schedules, and the Orioles have one of the easiest schedules. And the fact that the Yankees are 8-2 now in first place is a testament to the improvements that they've made this offseason. And once they're clicking on all cylinders, it's going to be pretty. I think it's going to be pretty good. So, Volpe's becoming a superstar. He's not their superstar yet, but he's becoming a star shortstop for the Yankees. Superstar, I think, is another, in my opinion, is another category. But he's becoming a star player. He's going to be one of the next great Yankees, I think, the way he's progressing right now, and he's making the necessary improvements. He really is. Dang, what's happening? Dang, big buddy, what's good? The Yankees are looking good. Clint Brewster's in the house. What's good, my man? Yeah, Stanton is heating up. But when he heats up, that's a good thing. We need to take advantage of the times in the games when he heats up. We really, really do. And other key hits, like Juan Soto's not lighting the ball on fire, but he made clutch, put the balls in play, catch, sack, fly. He drove in one of those those lead runs, those insurance runs towards the end of the game. So they're doing their part. They really are. And I'm pretty convinced that Alex Verdugo is going to break out anytime soon. He's putting the bat to the ball pretty good. It's finding the love. Guys making good plays, but He's hitting the ball pretty good. So, yeah, all things I agree. It's a good thing that the Yankees are the Marlins are probably gonna get their first win before they come here. Yeah. So, I don't want them to get their first win versus the Yankees, that's for sure. So, yeah. Yeah, James Rosen's definitely making a difference. You could see the different approach in this offense, you know? And again, as much as people want Stanton out, look, this is, this is second consecutive game with a home run, his third home run right now. So, third home run in a week. So this is it's a good week for Stanton right now. And I understand people's frustration. They want him gone. They're afraid he's going to fall apart again. He probably will. But if he keeps doing what he's doing now, to a degree, and gives the Yankees a moderate level of production, I think they're going to keep him around, especially with his contract. You know, and the fact is too, I say this, and some people agree, some people don't. When Jason Dominguez comes back, he's not taking anybody's spot. They're gonna have to. He's gonna have to earn a spot. So some people might not like that, but it's true. But Volpe looks pretty damn good right now. Pretty good. Makasui matters. Hernandez is garbage ump. Yeah, I mean, look. I like that. I don't know what that ridiculous call was in the beginning. That was a balk, and he didn't call it a balk. He called it a strike on Gleyber Torres. Like that's like, what are you gonna do? You can't argue that stuff. If you're a batter, you get thrown out of the game. If you're a coach, you get thrown out of the game. So like, you know, it's crazy, but it's true. He's the worst umpire in the game. There's no need to try to figure out a way to blame Boone for not. Come on, Yankees are 8-2. Yankees are 8-2. That matters most. And yeah, whoever said 71.6 wins, I think they're going to be a little off. UConn or Purdue will run. I don't know, man. I have a feeling Purdue's going to pull it off, but I like UConn. And here, I mean, it's 78-72 with 4:39 left. And South Carolina's been holding a lead. But Iowa's been kind of slowly crawling their way back. So, but would I be surprised if South Carolina wins? No. No. So, either way, it's going to be a good game. And I wouldn't be surprised if UConn won either tomorrow. So, it's going to be a good game as well. But, it is what we'll see what happens. But Volpe's on fire right now. Stanton's on fire too. And he's tattooing the ball. He's tattooing the ball. So, right, Daniel Berry Sports? Yes, sir. So a lot of people said the Yankees aren't going to make the playoffs. A lot of people said the Yankees were going to be like a last place team. People are entitled to their opinions, but that's a very tough declaration to make. It's a very tough declaration to make, especially this early in the season. That's why it does. I don't. It's pointless talking about who the contenders are right now. Who's going to make it? We're 10 games into the season. There's 152 games left. It's way too early for that. Way too early. So, and I'm more along the lines of what NFE's saying here. I'm thinking the Yankees are more capable of like mid-90s wins, especially with who they have here. And once they start clicking, yeah. Remember, they have 5 players that are going to come back. Garrett Cole is 1, DJ's 2, Scotty Frost is 3, Tommy Canley's 4, right? And who am I missing? I'm missing somebody. It'll come to me. Who am I missing? Oh, Oswald Peraza. 5. 5. No. Yeah, I would imagine too. Boone will give some guys a day off tomorrow. Yeah, they need it. They got to keep these guys healthy. Yeah, I'll take 100 wins. 100 wins would be amazing. CWA. No. Yeah, and Angel Hernandez is, unfortunately, he's here. Much as people want to get rid of him, I wish it was that easy. Hmm. Yeah, I mean, I like when Boone, fights, argues with the umps, and defends his players and defends his team, and that's a good thing. That is a good thing. But again, there are also situations where you're not going to win an argument. So, like, what's the point in even getting tossed from the game? So, and I can't do something. Yeah, the Marlins are probably like, damn, we got to play the Yankees. Probably. Yeah. 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 But yeah, I mean, this is the third. Right, we swept the Astros. We beat the Diamondbacks, and now we won 3 straight series. 3 straight series. So got to continue to win series. Absolutely critical. Absolutely critical. I'm right, William. Stanton showed up. Yeah, he showed up yesterday too. Yeah. Extend DJ. That's right. Give another 4 years. That's right. E. Frost is coming back. Yeah. Canely. We have some reinforcements coming back. So yes, indeed. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I like a fiery manager too, but he, also knowing when to be fiery and when to not waste your time arguing when you know you're not going to win. Like, fiery is one thing, smart is another. I think a combination of the two is a good idea. Well, but this, yeah, Andrew Hernandez is he's got to be, and he's the I don't even know who, but he's just awful as an ump. He's awful, and he's universally hated, just like Rob Manfred is universally hated. So it is what it is. You know, there it is, and salute to everybody. Salute, salute, salute. Yeah, I mean, look, and again, if they lose games, it's not always going to be Boone's fault. We got the players have to be held accountable too. You know, dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge. That's right. That's right. It's Patches O'Houlihan. Pat- Patches, baby. Yeah. Yeah, Hill. I mean, the problem with like Hill and Schmidt right now, these guys, their pitch count's getting way too high, way too soon in the game. So they gotta work on their control. That's something that'll happen over, the next month of the season. So they'll become more efficient. And right now, again, the cold, windy days, it's really hard to grip the ball. So it has to be factored into consideration with these guys. You know, hey, hey, it's my little baby. But again, these guys will get better. It's still 10 games into the season, and we are 8-2. That's what matters more than anything else. The stats will be there over time. That accumulates over time. So it doesn't really matter who's batting 600 right now, who's batting 143. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter 10 games into the season. So, you know, yeah, there's a lot of guys, and if you would, a lot of guys with high pitch counts early in the game, and we have not had great weather. So that's an unfortunate situation. I get it. So is what it is. The Boston leads 3-0 over the Angels. The Angels are even the what do you call it? Even the commentators are like trashing the Angels, which is terrible. You know, I would Consolidate, but she's pretty feisty over there playing with her toys. She won't sit still at all. She won't sit still. Right, Nugget? Right? You want to say hi? Come here. Come here, buddy. Come here, pumpkin. Come here, you little coconut. Looks like South Carolina is going to pull this off against Iowa. This is my little assistant right here. I don't know if you can see. My little assistant, Madison. Let me get that off. There she goes. Say hi. Hi. Yeah. Oh, she's jumping off already. Okay. That's pretty much all I'll get. About 15 seconds, and then she wants to go off and go play. No. That's her, huh? 85-75, 10-point game with a minute 15 to go. No. Yeah, Loizaga is done for the year. He's having season-ending UCL surgery. So is Shane Bieber, Yankees target. So it sounds as if Spencer Strider from the Braves is probably going to have UCL surgery too. Tommy John. So It's one of the things. She might be the next Yankees GM. But again, it's part of it I think is attributed to this cutting of the pitch clock, especially the guys that throw hard, right? They're not having enough time to recover from their pitches, and if you have to adjust, the pitch climb and all this other stuff during that 18 seconds, makes it very difficult for the pitchers to then grip the ball and throw in sometimes these conditions where it's almost impossible to grip the ball. So that's it's a tougher spot for the pitchers than it is for the hitters. It really, really is. So one who can step up, yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, they might. I'm gonna guess that Brian Cashman's probably gonna either sign somebody or trade for somebody the next couple days. Who I don't know. My guess is he's quietly on the prowl for another arm to replace what do you call it? To replace Loizaga. That's my guess. She could take over for K. She could. Tame King, what's good, my man? Well, we'll keep this short and sweet. By the way, today it's Sunday, so the Yankees won. It's a hell of a way to end the week. That's for darn sure. So 87-75, 53 seconds left. So it looks like South Carolina's going to pull this off. The Gamecocks. It looks like it. Looks like it. Yeah, I mean, Loizaga, yeah, but, the problem with Loizaga is that he hasn't been very consistent and able to stay healthy over the last 2 years. So it's an expected kind of loss, which stinks. But the good thing is the Yankees have been stockpiling arms. I mean, they've got other guys they've been quietly bringing in, and you got JT Brubaker's coming in. He's going to give them some length at some point too. There's some other guys coming in. We do have some right-handed relievers coming back, whether it's again Tim Canely and Efros. So these guys can more than credibly replace Loizaga's production. So, but his health was a problem. He's always had issues. His elbow, his shoulder, forearm, so he's going to do UCL surgery. And I think he's turned his last pitch of the week. I really do. He's done it this year anyway. He's a free agent this year, so he definitely pitching for the rest of this season. What's up, Dev? So, yeah, yesterday's game was more stressful. Today's game was more, a little bit more enjoyable, especially sound. I don't know. I'm not hearing anything on my end. Mic isn't working. How about now, gang? How about now? I'm good. Okay. And this is it. I mean, it's a first home run against the division rival. Yeah. They won a series against a division rival. And yeah, I mean, they've had trouble over the last couple of years against division rivals at home. They have, man. But yeah, Loizaga, this is true too, Consigliere. It's a good point. He was overused, and he did throw a hell of a lot of innings. He really did. So I don't have a microphone in right now, so I'm just going with my laptop. Just going with the laptop. But I'm also in a room with noise. So let me go to a quieter room. Here, hang on, buddy. What's up, buddy? Hang on. South Carolina, national champs. They beat Iowa. That's it. It was like 87-75, something like that. All right, a little quieter now. No background noise. No kids running around. So should be easier to hear me now. But yeah, I mean, too many. There's been too many situations where the Yankees were put in a position to have to overuse some of the relievers last year because the starters didn't do their jobs. So, make a move for a funky arm. Yeah, Ethan. I mean, I wonder who's available. I mean, my guess is Cashman's going to find somebody. He could trade with somebody from the Marlins, like an AJ Puck or one of these guys. So, Scott or a Andrew Nardi, lefty. So, what is a game? I don't know. That's a good question. It's some kind of animal. Bird, I think. I don't know. It's a good question. I'm not sure. was inconsistent because I was in a room with noise, background noise, and you know, yeah. Now I'm in a quieter room. It's easier to hear me. When there's no background noise, it's much easier to hear me. So, Fighting Rooster could be a sidearm guard. I'm curious to see who. I do think they're going to bring in somebody. Loizac is done for the year, so he's going to be off the 40 man. So I know they brought in Dennis Santana. They've already brought in Cousins, like some of these other guys. And there's going to be some roster moves that are going to have to take place when Efrost comes back, when Canely comes back, when Cole comes back. So um, my finger is not on the mic. I don't have a mic, Wink. I don't have a mic here. Just on my laptop. I don't have a mic plugged in. I was in a room with background noise. That's probably why. Is not causing problems, but I don't agree with that strike zone. Even the players' union is acknowledging that too, that it is so, and I think so. I mean, the timing of it's just too convenient. And again, it's for the harder throwing pitchers, they're not going to have enough time to recover from. 18 seconds is not a lot of time to recover. 20 seconds was already a drop. I wouldn't have dropped it. I didn't see the point in moving the field goal post again. What was the point? You've already shortened the game enough. Why do you have to shorten that more? Why? At some point, it's going to be it's going to be possibly detrimental to the pitchers, and it looks like it is. So, of course, somebody's not going to deny it because, why would they admit it's potentially a mistake? So, Luzardo, yeah, look, he's injury prone, and there's no way in the world I would trade Spencer Jones for him. And some people are saying Jones and Will Warren, and like, you must be crazy. Get out of here with that. No way. I wouldn't even give Spencer Jones for 1 year of Corbin Burns. I'm not going to give him for Jesus Luzardo. So, you know, D-backs, yeah, but they also added 2 innings eating starters to Eduardo Rodriguez and Jordan Montgomery. So, you know, but Eduardo Rodriguez hurt, and got Montgomery coming too, but they do need some bullpen, and and I do think the Yankees need to be selective with who, if they're going to bring in somebody for the bullpen too. I wouldn't hesitate to bring in Clayton Beater back up either. So, damn right, kick rocks. I don't agree with MLB on this one. I really don't. I don't think they're willing to acknowledge that this one is, this could be a bad mistake that they've made. So, look, the Yankees won 8-3. That's all that matters. People can complain about Angel Hernandez all he wants, the bad call, whatever. The Yankees won. So, that to me is more important than a terrible umpire. So, yeah, pitchers throwing. Yeah, well, that's a good point too, Dennis. Pitchers throwing like 91 don't usually get Tommy John. Some do, but most don't. The harder throwers wind up getting Tommy John. But you get a torn UCL, you got to get a repair. Period. So, and yes, Victor Gonzalez good. Caleb Ferguson's good too. Like some of these guys, like Andrew Nora, what do you call it? What do you call it? Birdie, too. So, and I could see Cashman finding another valuable piece. No, the most important stat is that they won. That's the most important stat. So, if he agreed to sign an extension, that's maybe a different story. But I still was not a fan of trading Jones for Burns. But with an extension, it would have helped. But still, I get what you're saying, Anna. I get you, man. Now the Baltimore Orioles better hope that they, extend Burns. Yeah. Well, Chapman's a reliever. He's not a starter, so he's not having to do it inning after inning. He's also a physical specimen, Carlos Chapman. So, um, you don't see starters throwing 100 plus inning after inning after inning after inning without experiencing some kind of problem. We agreed to a 6-year extension, maybe. Yeah, I mean, I think DJ would be a good, utility guy. I do think so. He would be good as a utility guy. So, well, Volpe was great today. Stanton was fantastic today too. So Volpe's making necessary improvements as a hitter. Stole two bases too. So two consecutive bases. So that's a good thing to be excited about. Really good thing to be excited about. Mm. Nestor remains. Yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens with Nestor. We'll see. But Volpe's on fire right now. So he's making improvements, which is why I said it would be wise for the Yankees to consider to get this guy on a long term extension sooner than later, instead of waiting for him to become Bobby Witt expensive. So yeah, contact Jamie Moore. He's like 60 years old. Yeah, one of our best prospects. Yeah, that's part of the negotiating and trading with the Yankees. Teams like to fleece the Yankees if they can. Yankee tax is definitely real, Stephen B. And this assumption that the Yankees can get anybody they want anytime they want is propaganda. It's opinion. So if Spencer Jones proves himself at the major league level, Jeffrey, then I want to lock him up too. Yeah. Well, exactly, Williams. Soto's doing a lot of the little things too. He's moving runs over. He's drawing walks. He's seeing pitches. Like he's doing a lot of the little things that the Yankees were not doing. The home runs will come. I'm not worried about that. I really am not. Yeah, Volpe, Soto, Cabrera, great batting averages. And again, Soto, his flashy stuff will come, but he's doing a lot right now. Cousins, are we really going to argue about who deserves the win? Who actually cares about that? I know I don't. They won. They won the game. Do we really care about that? Like, Soto's patience and play discipline is definitely Wink is definitely rubbing off on his teammates. So Johnny TD, so what? Hater does that. Sometimes he'll get the save in the win too. He can pitch like trash. That's just the way that it is. That's the way that the way that the stats are set up, right? And let's see. Let's pull up while we're here. Pull the stats up here. But yeah, I don't care about what pitcher got the win. Yankees are 8-2. That's what. No, they don't want to trade Spencer Jones to the Marlins for Jesus Luzardo. Who's telling you that, Jeffy? Some beat writer wants them to do that. If the Yankees want to do that, they would have done it already. He's not worth Spencer Jones. Jesus Luzardo. Are you speaking for the starting pitchers, Johnny TV? That what you're saying? So the more concerned with stat accumulation than team winning. Is that what you're saying? Inning Cousins, 1 inning pitch, 2 hits, 1 run, not an earned run, and that was it for Cousins. That was it. That's all he did. And he also came in the middle of an inning too. They pulled Hill out with 1 out. He pitched the rest of the inning and then threw another out the following inning. So unless you hear the Yankees say that themselves, which they have not, I won't believe anybody. Nobody can speak for the Yankees except for the Yankees. Verdugo will get going. He's making an impact. He's moving the ball over. He's making an impact with a glove. His bat will come around. His bat will come around. It will. And Santana threw 1 2/3, 2 Ks. Caleb Ferguson threw an inning and a third. Okay. Birdie, 2/3. So, but they won 8-3. They kept the bats at bay. So which is good. Going to be good at I don't think Torres is going to be sold. I think he's going to walk in free agency. If the only way I could mention, which I don't think is going to happen, you know, let's not start. Let's not start. Let's not start getting other people involved on the Mets too. Torres is sold. Sure, yeah, I think he walks in free agency. I think he walks. I think so, but we'll see. Doesn't count as one thing. Matter is another thing, Johnny TD. Basing you're comparing the two. They're not the same. Matter is a matter of opinion. Count is a different story. Count is how it's calculated. Matter is opinion. But the Yankees are 8-2. That to me, that matters more than anything. And this team is showing to be a selfless team. They want to win, right? If they win, greater opportunities for this Yankee team. But I agree. I think Torres is going to walk. There's way too much infield depth that can credibly replace him. And let him walk with a QO, get some more international prospect money, get 2 draft picks. So, their opportunity to extend Torres should have been probably 3 years ago, and they didn't do that, unfortunately. So I think Wells is close to breaking out. I think Verdugo is close to breaking out. So they are squaring up to the ball, and they're finding gloves. So the ball. So I'm confident in both of them. You know, Pitchers are not going to admit it, otherwise it will look selfish. So you're here to speak for them. Not every pitcher feels that way. Not every pitcher feels that way. That's the problem. You know, we can't speak for the pitchers. Let them speak for themselves. And that matters too. Lou Trevino's another one. Yeah. And again, these are things that matter. Oh, my kids are outside. I'm going to go outside in a little bit and play. Yeah. Well, you can believe whatever you want to believe, Johnny T. It doesn't really matter. They're the ones being played to play the game. Our opinions do not dictate their anything. They play because they want to play. They get the opportunity to play. Our opinions are not going to change that. Doesn't mean we can't have our opinions. We can have our opinions. But don't expect it to be, never be countered by opposing opinions either. That's where other opinions have to be factored in too. They're real hard. You see, again, you're speaking for people. They want to win. They got the win. Personal win of the stat win. Looks like this team is pretty selfless. Their actions are speaking louder than their words. They got good chemistry. They're playing well. You know, again, I'm not going to speak for the players. I don't think it's appropriate for other people to do that too, but other people can. It's up to them. Dominguez is not going to take either one of their spots. He's got to win their spot. He's got to win it. He's got to earn it. He's not going to just come in and walk in and take their spots just because he's Jason Dominguez and he had a good 10 days last year. Got to be more than that. Devin Williams has 2 fractures in his back. I would not trade for Devin Williams. I wouldn't. Too injury prone. This is like a second significant injury he's had in the last few years. So I wouldn't do it. Yeah, Verdugo. These guys will be fine. There's way too much. There's a lot of folks running around with their hair on fire and panic mode, you know. And again, and I hate to say it, a lot of this is inspired by beat writers and other channels coming up. We need to be worried and panic mode for what? They're 8-2. For what? I don't understand that. Yeah, folks want Class A too. It would cost a ton. I'm not giving up Spencer Jones for a reliever. There's no way in the world. Jason Dominguez for a reliever. No way in the world. No matter who it is. And again, keep in mind, people say, "Oh, Clay Holmes pitches to contact, not a strikeout." So what? You know who pitched to contact too? Mariano Rivera. He pitched to contact. It's okay. People like strikeouts because it's flashy, blah blah blah. But it doesn't guarantee anything. Doesn't guarantee a thing. Strikeouts are fun, great, yeah. But again, I'll take the win no matter what. But yeah, tied for the best record in the majors. I think with the Dodgers, right, 8-2. So David Bednar, I think, is going to be expensive, but I'm not sure if the Pirates are going to want to move him, Jack, only because the Pirates are playing pretty darn good. Now, that said, the Pirates had a great start last year, and they stunk towards the end of the year. So we'll see. But I have a feeling, yeah, I have a feeling CWE's right. I have to wait until the deadline, see who's in contention, see who's in not contention, see who's selling. So that's yeah, busted a lot of bats. That means he pitched to contact. He also had one pitch that nobody in the world can hit. So that's what made him special too. But comparing anybody to Mariano Rivera, I think, is unfair. Doesn't I wouldn't compare Clase to him or Hader or Devin Williams. None of these guys can carry Mariano Rivera's jockstrap. No, I'm adding Clay Holmes to that list too. I don't see the point. This is the best start for the team since yeah, exactly. In 25 years, 26 years. And again, remember they had the toughest schedule in baseball in April. The Baltimore Orioles have one of the easiest, and we have a better record than Baltimore right now. So that goes without saying. The Yankees' improvements were more significant than people are giving them credit for. Oh. Who, Jack? Pitcher in Colorado? Who are you talking about? Let's see. Rockies roster. Let's look up the Colorado Rockies. Is he a reliever or a starting pitcher? Lawrence? No, he's not a starting pitcher. Justin Lawrence, right-handed pitcher, is a relief pitcher. Justin Lawrence, 29-year-old right-handed pitcher. He's got a 13.50 ERA right now. 5.12 career ERA, 8-8. 145 strikeouts and 137 innings pitched. So he averages more than a strikeout an inning, but he gets hit. But again, 13 doesn't really matter. High ERA right now in a small sample size. So, but yeah, Justin Lawrence is 29-year-old right-handed pitcher, 6'3", 215 pounds. So that's what we have on Justin Lawrence. But again, this is one reason I'm confident in Matt Blake and his ability to make average pitchers better, good pitchers great. So he's been doing that quite a bit. So I don't know how much a Justin Lawrence would cost. I don't know. No idea. I don't know how much. Let's see how much. What does his contract look like? Justin Lawrence contract. I will wrap this up in a few minutes, by the way, gang. I'm going to go outside and play with my girls on the bikes. So he's in pre-arb right now. He's not a free agent for 4 more seasons. So that's the type of controllable arm that Brian Cashman likes to, look into. And would I be surprised if he got him? No, I don't know how much he would cost. But with those kind of controllable years, that has, almost as many value, almost as much value as stats do. So have a great day too, Steve. We appreciate you, man. Always. Got things to get to. It's Sunday, man. I get it. I want to go outside and, play out in the bikes with the girls too. So I will wrap this up in a minute or two. But the fact is, the Yankees are 8-2. They won 8-3 today. Giancarlo Stanton, his third home run, got a grand slam today. Moonshot. So it's fantastic. Volpe's on fire. And it looks like these guys, a couple of them are on the verge of breaking out. So, but yeah, and I would be. I mean, I encourage folks to be happy as much as possible with how we're playing right now. So we're 8-2 and not firing on all cylinders. That's an encouraging place to be. I mean, you're right about that too, NFE. They want to invest in the Rockies, so it could be a good trade piece. You're right about that. Well, exactly, William. If you get in the playoffs, everybody starts at 0-0. And Joe Torre did say that. Again, it's everybody's 0-0, and then once you're in a postseason, you need to win 11 games to go all the way. So, yeah, yeah, Joe. This is how it just to show you the talent level of Stanton. He's an elite talent still, but he needs to stay healthy. You know, I like old school baseball too. I like the hustle and all this type of stuff. But those guys, again, those guys didn't care too much about that stuff either. They wanted their team to win. So that to me, that matters. If the Guardians put Ramirez on the train, what the problem with Ramirez is, where are you going to play him here? And I mean, he would cost a boatload of money, but where are you going to play him? I think that's another problem I think Yankees would have. Obviously, they would try to find the room for him, but um, you know, I think they're going to go for youth. I really do. But Ramirez is elite, no doubt about it. I just don't see the Guardians putting him on the market just yet. I think they want to contend with the Twins. I think it's going to be them and the Twins. So, but the AL Central is weak. Yeah, exactly. Strikes on it. Exactly, NFE. It's wide open, that division. It could be the Tigers. It could be the Twins. It could be the Guardians. So I would imagine they're going to wind up keeping some of their guys. I'm sure the main ones. And they just extended uh, Ramirez to a very team friendly deal based on his production. He's a top 7 player in all of baseball. So the Royals too, I would watch out for them too. They've quietly gotten better. Yeah. Your squad's leading the divisions. The Yankees, the Guardians, the Rangers, the Pirates, the Braves, and the Dodgers. There it is, baby. Damn, what's good, man? We're wrapping up. Let's get good to have you here. But beat the Marlins. Yeah, they got to beat the Marlins. They got to beat the Marlins. And they're going to be feisty. They let's see if they won their first game today. Let's see if they won their first game, the Marlins. Looks like they were on track. Well, the Nationals beat the Phillies 3-2. The Marlins they won 10-3, so they're 1-9. They beat the Cardinals. 1-9 Marlins, so they're coming in. They got their first win out of the way, so hopefully that means the Yankees can go to beat the beatdown mode. Jesus Luzardo versus Nestor Cortez tomorrow. Look at that. We will see Jesus Luzardo tomorrow. Let's get those likes up, by the way. Yes, thank you, Consiglietti. Hit them likes. Let's try to get to 100 likes. We always try to do that in the live stream. So, but I will wrap it up, no matter how many likes we're at right now. But I greatly appreciate you coming on and celebrating this Yankee win. The Marlins are 1-9. The Yankees are 8-2. I'll take it. But yeah, we'll get firsthand vision. We're almost at 21,000 subs. Yep. We're almost at 21,000. Working hard to get there, so we'll see. Yeah, I mean, Cortez, I like to see some improvement from Cortez. We'll see. I don't think it would be wise to take the Marlins for granted. I think the Marlins are going to play the Yankees as hard as the Blue Jays did. I don't think if the Guardians are in contention, then I'm moving Class A. If they're completely out of contention, maybe they'll consider it. But if they're up there, no. But it's time to try to win the series against the Marlins next. So, Yuri Perez, Marlins ace, Tommy John. So, Edward Cabrera still might be hurt. And but Luzardo, we'll see. We'll see. They play tomorrow night against the Marlins, so we'll make a move for Reagan. Yeah, I mean, they might. But they have JT Brubaker coming. They acquired JT Brubaker from the Pirates last week in a trade, a quietly sneaky trade. and so he's another guy that's going to come and give them some innings and some security blankets. Right? Braxton Garrett. A lot of these guys NFE are hurt from the Marlins. A lot. It sucks for them. It really does. So it really, really does. 90% chance of rain tomorrow. Ah, geez, I hope not. The eclipse, yeah. If you do get to see the eclipse, gang, put your sunglasses on. Make sure you wear your sunglasses. But we need starters to go a little bit more, but it's early in the season, Peter. So I think they'll have a better chance of going later, deeper in the game with the Marlins. So the Blue Jays were tough. The Diamondbacks were tough. The Astros were tough. No matter how we played. So with the lineup of nine, maybe a little bit weaker lineup like the Marlins, hopefully the Yankees can give us more length. Cole, he's going to start playing catch next couple days. They reported that today. And I'm always up for encouraging news on the Yankees, especially Garrett Cole, my favorite Yankee pitcher. Now the sun is moving like everywhere here. Yeah. But again, yeah, they great bats, strikes. And the Marlins, you got Berger there, you got Josh Bell, you got a couple other bats who can be pretty good, but they're not, what we just faced over the last 3 series. So, well, Cole's not eligible to come off the IL until May 28th. So he can't come off until then. So 90% nice, constantly. I enjoy that, man. Wear your sunglasses, my man. Wear your sunglasses. It's a dangerous proposition for the retinas and the corneas of the eye. So make sure you wear your shades. If anybody going to see that, the eclipse, wear your shades. So family traveling to Dallas. Nice, NFE. Nice, baby. And Gil is throwing hard. He just needs to get, he needs to get his control a little bit better. So does Clark Schmidt. So that their pitch, they can, throw 98 innings through 6 instead of 4 2/3. So they've got to work on the control a little bit more. Special glasses. I love it. I love it, Consigliere. Yeah. I mean, after he showboated yesterday after the home run, man, it's nice to see them shut flat up today. Yeah. Yeah, he has gas, Joe. He throws darts. Hill's got a big arm. Birdie's got a big arm. We got some big arms here. So, but yeah, I'm not a fan of Vlad Jr. I'm really not. I'm glad they beat them 2 games out of 3. So I really am. But Walmart sells Eclipse glasses for nice. Get your Eclipse glasses from Walmart. But yeah, let me let you go again. I appreciate you coming on. Hit the likes on the way out. Okay, I'm gonna go play on the bikes with my daughters. They're all outside enjoying the sun. I'm gonna go $1.78. Get your Eclipse glasses from Walmart for $1.78. I love it. And again, Hill, we need some improvement from Hill. We need some more from Nestor Cortez. We need some more from Clark Schmidt. I do think we'll get it, but it's important for us to be patient. But again, Hill's coming off Tommy John, so he still has things to work on mechanically. So, and that's important to keep in mind. But have a great rest of the day, everybody. Thank you so much for coming on. Hit the likes and subs on the way out if you haven't done that yet. Happy Sunday. Go enjoy the rest of your evening. Have a great dinner. Have a great weekend. Peace and love to all of you. Yankees are 8-2, baby. Let's freaking go. And by the way, let me do one quick check. I always check on the Yankee Twitter to see if any roster moves have been made after the game before we go. God, freaking sun glare. No roster moves yet. So the Yankees haven't done anything yet, aside from winning. So have a great day. Peace and love to all of you. See y'all tomorrow.